Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the March 5th, 2024 work session of the Town of Austin. Please rise and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Want me to? That's my announcements. Okay. All right. No roll call today. All right. Okay, I am excited to announce that the Town of Austin has been named a tree city by the National Arbor Day Foundation for the 25th consecutive year. We've also received our second year in a row growth award. So we've got a quarter century of being very good to trees. Anyway, March is Women's History Month, and to honor our local women, Bethany Arts Community has an exhibit curated by Ossining Town historian Carolyn Curvin entitled Remarkable Women in and Around Ossining. The exhibit runs from March 15th to April 5th. In addition, this Friday, March 8th is International Women's Day. So be nice to women on that day. There's a continued traffic advisory from Westchester County Department of Public Works effective immediately and extending until Friday, March 15th. There will be alternating lane closures on Pines Bridge Road between Brookside Lane and Shingle House Road between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3:30 p.m. for drainage improvements. This means one lane on Pines Bridge Road while they're working. If you need help with your taxes, free assistance through the Volunteer Income Tax Assistant Program is available. For information, check out my supervisor's update or call the United Way 211 helpline at 1-800-899-1479. We hope everyone gets a chance to see the amazing Black History Month exhibit, Black Presence and Profound Influence at the Bethany Arts Community, curated by village historian Joyce Surratt Cole. The exhibit runs through March 8th. This Thursday, March 7th, Sing Sing Kill Brewery is hosting Loft Night Out with the Center Stage Talent Show beginning at 7 p.m. Bethany Arts Community is hosting Westchester Songwriters Circle on Saturday, March 9th at 8 p.m. Saturday, March 9th, Eddie Allen and friends will be playing at the Westchester Collaborative Theater at 7:30 p.m. Music for the World featuring the Hudson Valley Symphonic Wind Ensemble. A benefit concert for the Maryknoll Sisters will be on Sunday, March 10th at 3 p.m. Local historian Scott Craven is presenting Sparta Cemetery History and Legends at the Elks Lodge at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, March 14th to benefit the Ladu plot. Anyway, to restore one of the historic plots at the cemetery. Although we did find out today the event is sold out. T-Town is having their annual tradition of a pancake brunch. Maple Sugaring Festival and Pancake Brunch will be on Saturday, March 16th. As always, Ossining Public Library has many events going on. To find out more about those, please see their website at ossininglibrary.org. If you need help with your winter utility bills, go to New York State Department of Public Services at www.dps/ny.gov/winter. And if you need someone who needs food and shelter, they should meet at the Ossining Open Door daily at 8 p.m. and look for the white van. The Open Door is located at 165 Main Street. More information is available by calling 914-645-1482. And for more events and fun events, you could look at my supervisor's page weekly. Thank you. Do any of my colleagues have anything?
Nope.
Okay, we have one departmental report today. That is our park foreman, Mario Velardo. Thank you for being here, Mario.
Good evening, everyone. How's it going? Hope everybody had a good winter. Even though it wasn't much of one, but we would have liked a little bit more snow.
It's probably coming.
But since the our last update in December, we were dealing with the down power lines and damaged telephone poles, so we were able to wrap that up and get the power restored. We were there for like another week.
Cedar Lane Park.
At Cedar Lane Park, yeah, by the Art Center. Then we went back to Sally Swope, the project we were working on to finish the entrance there, where we built the wall around the drainage swale. We did trap rock. We ended up putting a post and rail fence. And then we did a once over all the trails. We touched up some spots of item 4. And then we cleaned up the parking lot because we were dumping material there for us to use in the ditch.
So you're all
also-
done?
No, no, we have to just dress up that one area on the left. But we were able to pick up the piles that were down trees down by the brook in the back. We cleaned up the bed a little bit there in the center.
Beautiful.
But most of the big work there is done. So hopefully people are enjoying it, which we see more and more people using the park. The rest of December was, we wrapped up all our fall cleanups. Then January, after the holidays, we started servicing all of our equipment. We try to service as much of our equipment as we can. If it's something we can't handle, we would bring it to Chuck or bring it to Austin Walmart. We helped the highway with a snowstorm. Actually, we had 3 snowstorms we helped them with. We refinished a closet door at the Dale Cemetery office. We had to clean up the waterfront a few times from washed up debris, just from high tide, and this is like along the walkway and not just the beach, like the entire walkway. It's happened like 2 or 3 times. There's still an area that keeps getting washed up by the dock, so hopefully when we put the docks in at the end of this month, we'll clean it up. We put down wood chips in the dog park, and then the hill where power lines were cleared out the trees, we were able to put down wood chips on that hill and along the greenhouse. We rebuilt 2 picnic tables that were broken at the waterfront. We kept the metal frames. We had leftover milled wood. So we used that. We left like a live edge of the wood, so
Oh,
it
nice.
looks, all the edges have a live edge, so they came out really nice. So we'll put those, actually, one's gonna go out to the garden, then one will go back to the waterfront, because they were asking for a picnic table. We cleaned the beach for the polar plunge. We helped out with some funerals at Dale Cemetery. We we did some investigating work at the Cedar Lane for the pump station sewer line. We were able to find it, we located it. The main line does not run on our property. So we just met last week to come up with an idea. This is to get us off the main pump station. So hopefully, once Dan gets back with some plans, we'll know what to do and how to run the pavilion and the art center line. And that will get us off the pump station, the main pump station,
Maybe.
hopefully. It's just, we just have to see if it's worth for the pavilion, if we really want to dig that hill and go through that process, or if there's another solution, but I guess
Mhm.
once we get the plans, we'll see. Last week, we started demo on the old tennis court at Ryder Park. We took down all the fence, and now we're in the process of ripping out the blacktop. There was 2 layers, so we are removing it all. We're pretty much halfway there. The only thing that's slowing us down now is the hauling, because we were borrowing the truck from the highway, the 10-wheeler. Just broke down yesterday, so. But we're getting it done. We're running our hook lift and then a smaller truck, so. You're getting about 13 yards out of there at a time, so. Hopefully, we'll be done this week by Friday. As long as it doesn't rain. We work today in the rain. I mean, it's all machine work anyway, so. As long as it doesn't rain too heavy, we'll still be working. There is a lot of water there. So it's just sitting. So once we clear that out, we'll address the one basin that's been clogged for a couple of years. The pipe is just rotted and it's not working. And then I guess we just gotta come up, the rec advisory board wanted us to rip it out because we had the tennis courts locked for the past 2-3 years and kids were, it was a hazard. Kids were sneaking in. Because the basketball hoops were still there. But I guess they'll have to make a decision and we'll have to make a decision what we want to put there. We got some orders going for the spring, our ball field orders, our cleaning supplies, mulch for our playgrounds. I also just met Compan, which is our playground distributor. We're going to be doing a new playground at Ryder Park as well. We have all the material from last year. We just didn't have enough time to do it. So hopefully, once the courts are done, we could start that and it'll be crunch time for us, but it's everything now for us is weather depending. Ryder Park, it's gonna be a bit involved because we're gonna make it ADA accessible. It'll be our first playground getting poured in place surface. So won't have any more wood chips. We'll have to make a ramp from the parking lot to access it for now, which we don't have right now. And we also forgot to mention, equipment wise, we got a battery solar operated generator. Something new. We'll be using it. We tried it out. Good thing is you can use it inside. There's no fumes. It's running on battery. You could either charge it inside, and then if you're using it outside, you have solar panels that keep it charged. In the process of ordering a new truck for us. We're getting rid of the oldest truck we have. And that's all we're working on now. And then for the end of this month, we'll be putting in our docks, cleaning our ramps. We have some repairs to do on the docks. Should take a day or two. And then, like I said, depends on the weather. We'll be starting our spring cleanups, getting our bathrooms up and running. And all based on weather, temperature, and we'll see.
What's the usual date they open the bathrooms, that you open the bathrooms?
Usually the week. Our first event is Earth Day, April 20th, so we try to base it around that, but if it's nice, usually like April 5th, the week before, the second week in April. It all depends on the temperatures. If we know it's not gonna freeze, I mean, for our pipes to burst, you need like a week now for it to be really cold, which if it's gonna be cold, I think 2-3 days and it'll be out of here, so it all depends on the weather. But the docks we like to get in before April 1st, so that's this month. We'll definitely have those in, and then we'll see how everything else goes.
Great.
And that's it for now.
You've been busy. Anybody have any questions?
I just have a couple. Hey, Mayor, thanks for coming.
problem.
Always thank your staff and everything for what they do. They do a great job. Just, I think a resident brought up something about the Cedar Lane Park Hill with the trees coming down and all that. That was a necessity, right? It was dangerous, right? There was
Yeah, that
power
was
lines
something that-
around and all that stuff,
Yeah,
right?
that was, since was foreman, that was the second time we had to replace the transformer, the lines and the poles. A lot of the trees were dead, damaged from storms. They were barely rooted. We are gonna replant. It's not like that we took down trees and not gonna
Mhm.
replace them, but
That's
it
for the
was,
reason.
yeah, no, it was
Good.
just to prevent future damage, because
Our insurance
That
company
bill-
wasn't gonna cover us if we didn't take out of the potential.
Yep. No problem. Just want to update the public for everybody
Yeah, no,
listening. That's
it
it.
wasn't done intentionally or just to prevent more hazards. And like I said, things the second, since I've been the second, I know it was before. And that's when we did all the work years ago, 7-8 years. That park had no power for, I think, like 2 or 3 years.
Mhm.
When we did all the work.
Good. As far as the fields for the springtime, they're all ready to go. They're
Yeah, well, hopefully,
every sport's gonna have their
Field and
field.
Harder Field, we don't have to touch because we did it once over again in the fall because you always get your weeds that grow and those fields should be set. It's the first field, the Collier Field and Gerlach that we're gonna pay some attention to this year because they didn't, not that they got neglected, but like Gerlach didn't get any clay last year. We just touched it up, so they'll get a full makeover, but it'll be ready before Because they start later too, like the third or fourth week in April.
Good, yeah,
Yeah, no, they'll definitely.
let's take advantage of the good weather.
And same thing with the Collier Field. We did it in the fall, we edged it, so.
Alright.
We just have to put some clay down, that's it.
Good.
So Ryder Park is obviously, as everybody knows, we spent a lot of time there last year. So we shouldn't have any problems.
Good, thank you.
And I know you're looking at, which fencing we'll be able to do this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Because there was money left over for a new fence.
There's some money. Any questions? Well, thank you for all that you do. I know you've been doing a lot of projects. The Sally Swope came out great. We're looking forward to just finishing that gardens and,
Sure. A ribbon cut in there.
okay, we could do a ribbon cutting there,
No, but
absolutely.
that park, we did a lot of work. It went from, you couldn't even access that park to now. You go after a day like this or any rainstorm that we've had and you can walk those trails. It's,
Yeah, it went
They
from
were
being
really-
very muddy to very ADA accessible. Wide, flat path that, like stone dust that, is available for everybody to walk on and, wheelchairs.
the thing is, a lot of people still don't know about the park
Canes.
because we've told other people that we see at other parks and like, where's that? I'm like, but
No, it hasn't been done. It's almost done.
well, yeah, this spring we'll hopefully we just have to plant it. I don't know if you guys have been there, the side on the left where you see
Mhm.
the fence where the wall is, just that area, that's it. Everything else is
Okay,
pretty much shown. We'd like to put a picnic table, maybe a few more benches. I know Bill said somebody wanted to donate another bench,
okay,
so,
good,
but other than that, it's all set.
good. So we can plan a ribbon cutting for that. We plant a tree for it, okay?
Sure.
Okay,
Thank you.
and yeah, then we're gonna talk about trees for Arbor Day. Okay, thank you so much for
Very
coming.
good.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thanks. And thank your staff for all their hard work as well. Okay. Next, I did not bring the paper with me, but, the letter in opposition to the Champlain Hudson Power Express, amendment petition. So the power line, known as the Chippy Project, or otherwise known as the Champlain Hudson Power Express cable, is a very high voltage transmission line coming from Canadian hydropower from some of the dams up there. And to transmit the power to the city, they've chosen to. Yeah, thank you. They've chosen to come down through the Lake Champlain, come across and come all the way to down the Hudson River. Riverkeeper and the Tug and Barge Association had some very serious concerns, including a magnetic field produced by such a high electric, such big electric transmission lines. And the Tug and Barge Association was concerned that they would catch it on their anchors should they have to stop for emergency situation or weather or whatever. And that they didn't want to catch it on their anchors, because it would cost millions of dollars to fix it, so they would choose not to throw an anchor. So after many years of studies to determine what would be the right depth to bury this cable in the Hudson River, they came up with a depth of 15 feet would mitigate most of the effects on the wildlife and make the Tug and Barge Association comfortable, the pilots comfortable with throwing their anchor. Recently, a few weeks ago, there was a letter and a proposal, an amendment petition submitted by the Chippy Project saying that they would like to not bury it 15 feet deep. They would like to bury it 9 feet deep instead, which is not the agreed upon mitigation letter, mitigation that the studies came to. So our board looked at it and we sent a letter to Secretary Phillips of the Public Service Commission, on behalf of the town of Austining, writing to express our opposition to the amendment petition, and to have the company live up to the mitigation measures that were established. So I thought people should be aware of that. Do you have any comments, concerns? Right, so Riverkeeper helped us draft a very thorough letter to them, and it's been sent and received, and anybody else that's interested in learning more about this, reach out to either Riverkeeper or myself. Thank you. Okay, and lastly, I mean, I could read the letter. Do you want me to read the letter?
It's gonna be posted.
We can post it. It's a long letter with a lot of technical detail. All right. Lastly, we're going to be talking about our community solar campaign. Community solar is where the municipality or there are large solar arrays within the municipality that people can sign on to that aren't able to have solar themselves. They're rental or they're just couldn't have solar in their house and they're of limited income. So this is a way of helping people with limited income get some money off of their electric bill. And we have Sustainable Westchester here to talk with us about this campaign. We've done this once in the past, and we're excited to roll it out again. As we get more and more solar arrays in our community, there are more and more opportunities for people to take advantage of this. So I'm going to let Enrique talk about the solar campaign. Hi, Enrique.
Hi, Liz. Thank you for having me. Leo couldn't fortunately make it tonight. He had a little conflict tonight. But is it possible to share maybe a few slides? Can you guys see that?
There we go.
So basically our solar department at our solar department at Sustainable Westchester has been ramping up to try to help municipalities with their CEC campaigns, also known as Clean Energy Communities. This program was created by NYSERDA, New York State Energy Research Development Authority. Austining, town of Austining in this case has already achieved the tier 1 status in the past by attaining 10 subscribers, which earned $5,000 originally by submitting a scoping document, then attaining the subscribers and submitting a customer list. So Sustainable Westchester is currently offering assistance to town of Austining in order to achieve this tier 2 status, which in this case would be an additional 50 subscribers to the 10 that we already have, and that's for 10,000 grant. Currently, town of Austining has 7 subscribers, and this little chart here is taken from this link below. I could share this if needed. So hold on one second, let me read my notes. So basically the way CC works is you achieve a high impact action. In this case, the community solar campaign is one of them, by attaining a number of subscribers. So let's talk a little bit more about community solar. So we plan to assist the town by doing outreach at community events and public spaces. This includes presentations, tabling, informational sessions on community solar. We, for example, have done partnerships with community-based organizations such as Neighbors Link in Austining. What has worked for us is to do various informational sessions or presentations for community members to learn, educate themselves on the community solar model, but also you know, be able to understand and you know, things such as climate change. So here is our chart that we usually use to explain community solar model, which, as Liz explained, basically is a way for folks that essentially can't install solar panels in their own roof to earn the benefits of renewable electricity, or in this case, solar panels. People can earn a like up to 10% discounts on their electric bill every month by subscribing to a community solar project. This is without the installation of a solar panel. And in some cases, folks that participate in public assistance programs, some projects are offering up to 20% savings in solar credits every month. Look at my notes here. So the way it works is that every subscriber, once they subscribe to a community solar project, they get assigned a part of a project based on their annual energy usage. The allocated part of this array generates electricity every month. That credit generated anywhere from 95 to 80% has to be paid out to the developer and the utility, but the subscriber gets to keep anywhere from 5 to 20% as mentioned before, and that's the savings that they get every month. So we do currently have community solars open to anyone. However, we do have priority enrollment for, as is mentioned, you know, folks that are in low to moderate income. So we have two different pathways in order to qualify for this program. One of them being if you participate in a public assistance program for a chance to earn up to 20% discount every month, is if you participate in any of these public assistance programs such as HEAP, Home Energy Assistance Program, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or SNAP, Temporary Assistance Program for Needy Families, TANF, Supplemental Security Income, SSI, Empower and Power Plus. So if you qualify for any of these programs, you automatically qualify for immediate enrollment for a community solar program. Pathway number 2, which earns you up to 10%. 10% is anyone's eligible for that regardless of income. But in this case, if your household that the address is within a state designated disadvantaged community, there's a tool here that NYSERDA uses and that we use as well to be able to determine whether your address is considered to be a state designated disadvantaged community. Once we determine that, then we look at this chart here, which has household occupancy and household income limits. For example, if you're living in a home which has 2 people and your household earns $72,800 or less, you essentially qualify for our low to moderate income program. And yeah, so that was just a brief summary of our community solar program. Just wanted to share that. So I opened the room for any questions for discussion to happen if there is.
So I see that we have 7 signups. Are you gonna update that to reflect the ones that signed up for the village, the 2 villages? As Liz Sun said, we could take credit for any of the solar signups that were in the village of Berwick and in the village of Austining.
Yeah, so at the moment we haven't fully, hold on, let me look at my notes here.
anyway, we're super excited to be able to roll this out.
Yeah.
to Our residents. To help them save, 10 to 20% on their electric bills, especially people who really could use the help the most. We will put the information on our website, so anybody who's interested in the program is able to find the information. We'll also have, information available at the Earth Day Festival and, the Village Fair. You can come to the town booth, or probably Sustainable Westchester will have a booth at least Earth Day, if not both. And you can reach out at any time to find this program and many other cost saving and climate change, actions. At Sustainable Westchester, including grid rewards, where you get money from Con Ed just for turning your air conditioner off, or you're using less electricity during the hottest days of the summer. They'll send you money back. Different options on how to get energy efficient heating and cooling for your home, and many other energy saving things that will also help the climate. So there are so many things available at Sustainable Westchester, but this program in particular is one that people don't understand that well. So I want to thank you, Enrique, for coming and explaining it. Does anybody
course.
have any questions?
Thank you. Thanks.
Okay, Enrique, I'm sorry if I interrupted. Do you have anything else?
No worries. That's all for now. I will have to double check our records, just so I can answer that question again to see what the numbers are looking like, but I'll reach back out to you.
Yeah, I mean, really, the primary goal of the town taking this on is to help our residents and to help, the environment as well.
Yep.
Getting points with clean energy communities and climate smart communities is a side benefit. $10,000 can always do something nice.
Yeah.
$10,000 the taxpayers don't have to give to us is always good. But I think the primary goal for us is really to help the residents, realize those savings, and understand that some of these, solar projects have benefits beyond just the solar power they produce. They can really help, our neighbors.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for being here.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's all we have for our work session agenda today. Thank you for joining us. Please keep an eye on the weather this week. We're gonna have very heavy rain tomorrow afternoon through Thursday, even into Thursday night. So I think that's 1 to 2 inches with possible flooding. And then again Saturday into Sunday. So wear your rain boots and be careful. All right, and motion to adjourn into executive session for contracts, advice of counsel, and do you have any personnel? Okay, one personnel and personnel.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you very much.